You come home from work, you put your jammies on, grab a snack, and binge watch your favorite show, The Big Bang Theory. Life was good up until we were all very abruptly told about the show's ending. We almost had a heart attack. With a lot going on all at once, fans weren't the only ones with strong opinions. Stick around and take a look at what every cast member really thought of The Big Bang Theory finale. First up, what does Kaley Cuoco think about the show's controversial ending? Back in 2019, we were all devastated when The Big Bang Theory ended at 12 seasons after cast member Jim Parsons decided to move on because of incidents in his life outside the show, including the death of his dog and a Broadway accident that broke his foot. Among the cast, there were many mixed views regarding the ending of the show and how it was carried out, but all in all, tears were shed among both cast members and fans. Penny and Raj's actors were among those characters that received an ending that was not expected by many. Actress Kaley Cuoco was not only saddened by the news of the show ending, but more than that, she found the ending rather off-putting. Spoiler alert, Penny and Leonard are pregnant at the end. This is despite Penny's stance on having kids throughout the course of the show. Kaley herself felt that that was the message she loved about Penny, and that the ending was not what she'd been hoping for throughout. All in all, The Big Bang Theory's ending with Penny and Leonard wasn't all that horrible, but what could have been the case if the showrunners had the time to properly execute it? The idea was intriguing, and if given more time, the show could have developed it into a great arc. Unfortunately, it was treated almost as an afterthought, rather than carefully handled. Instead of demonstrating how the pair were actively attempting to overcome their disagreements, the showrunners focused far too much on their disagreements. There was no evidence before the reveal that Penny was inclined to change how she feels on the matter. Therefore, her response at the end left the fans a little bit confused. If The Big Bang Theory had a clear roadmap to support its chosen ending, the fate of the Hofstadters in the series finale could have gone a different way. Even though Penny and Leonard's story in The Big Bang Theory came to a joyful conclusion, it's difficult to not think about how their unintended pregnancy could lead to future marital issues for them. Young Sheldon has mostly used the troubled marriage of George and Mary to illustrate very clearly the downsides of marriage. Maybe CBS will disclose what finally happens to the couple in the rumored return of The Big Bang Theory, or maybe in the prequel spinoff. Want to know how the other cast members felt about the show suddenly ending? Spoiler alert, it was not all rainbows and butterflies at the TBBT HQ. Keep watching to find out who was happy, sad, and angry at the show coming to an end. And while we've got you, hit the bell icon for notifications. Now let's dive right back into the video. Now, what do the other cast members think? The Big Bang Theory may have had a fantastic conclusion, but it was really more dramatic than was initially thought, with each cast member experiencing the news of the show's demise in a different way. Just before the start of season 12 in 2018, it was revealed that the popular sitcom would conclude its lengthy run on CBS. The abrupt ending of The Big Bang Theory was not explained to the fans' liking, but rumors soon surfaced that Jim Parsons' decision to leave the series as Sheldon Cooper was to blame. Despite their apparent support for him, the cast was reportedly divided behind the scenes. Anyway, here's what they think about the show's ending, starting with none other than Jim Parsons. More than a year after The Big Bang Theory ended, Parsons spoke up about the situation for the first time and explained why he did what he did. About time. As it turned out, a lot of other things going on in his life, like losing his beloved dog and getting hurt on Broadway, caused him to give up on the project. As a result, he came to the realization that working on The Big Bang Theory would make it difficult, if not impossible, for him to pursue other career goals. After executive producer Chuck Lorre essentially allowed Parsons to tell his fellow cast members about his departure, Parsons went on to describe how awkward and uncomfortable it was to share this news with his colleagues. He asserted that he didn't think his decision would mean the end of The Big Bang Theory, because he believed it could continue without Sheldon. First of all, how could he think that? And second of all, why would anyone watch it without Sheldon? Jim Parsons stands by his decision to quit The Big Bang Theory at the time he did, even asserting that he is certain that others shared his sentiments, but had refrained from speaking out. Moving on to Johnny Galecki. Johnny Galecki shares that he was taken by surprise by Parsons' decision to leave. Galecki actually has criticism for the way that The Big Bang Theory's cancellation was handled. He didn't like how the information was given to them them without any kind of warning about what the conversation would include. Galecki claims he was not particularly stunned by Jim's decision, though. He says that he actually felt the same way, but he didn't enjoy how the news was abruptly revealed to his co-stars. The actor in particular detested watching his on-screen co-star and close friend Cuoco cry over the news. Galecki, on the other hand, was certain that Sheldon and the rest of the main characters would not return to The Big Bang Theory. Next up, what did Kaley Cuoco think of how the show ended? Cuoco has had the busiest post-finale schedule of the whole cast of The Big Bang Theory. After 12 years as Penny, Cuoco created and starred in the critically acclaimed HBO Max film The Flight Attendant. Given this, she previously said that the demise of The Big Bang Theory was a gift in disguise, since it gave her the opportunity to attempt new things in her career. Not that she was unable to accomplish anything while filming the sitcom, but due to the demanding annual schedule, her options were severely constrained. Cuoco, however, didn't feel the same way when they were informed that the CBS sitcom was coming to an end. She opened up about her initial amazement because she never anticipated that the meeting that the cast was called for would essentially be to inform them that The Big Bang Theory was ending after 12 seasons. She admitted that she cried for hours that day and that it simply seemed like a death because she had played Penny for more than 10 years and was afraid of what was ahead. We understand, Penny. It feels like a breakup. Moving on to Simon Helberg. Helberg is on the same page as Galecki when it comes to feelings about the show coming to an end. When they were informed that the show was over without any input from the majority of the cast, the Howard Wolowitz actor said that he was furious. Despite Parsons' involvement, he doesn't blame him because in the end, the Sheldon actor didn't decide to stop the series. In fact, Helberg resurrected his role as Howard for a season 5 cameo in Young Sheldon. Let's look at what Kunal Nayyar thought. When Kunal Nayyar, who played Raj, learned that The Big Bang Theory was coming to an end, he concentrated on his emotions. He responded viscerally to the news, much like Cuoco, but he wasn't saddened by it. Instead, a huge weight had been lifted off my shoulders, the author said. The actor then bid the nerd-centered show farewell. He felt that his sacrifices for the show, staying away from his family to shoot the show, and his ending weren't good enough, and that he could have deserved more. Frankly, fans agree. Next up, Melissa Rauch. In The Big Bang Theory, the definitive inside story of the epic hit series, Bernadette actress Melissa Rauch recalls the day they learned The Big Bang Theory had been canceled. She clearly recalled Parsons' vulnerability and emotion, which demonstrated how difficult it was for him just as much as it was for the rest of the ensemble. Rauch claims that it was the proper choice to end The Big Bang Theory at the time it did in retrospect. She herself wouldn't have considered ending the nerdy show, but she somehow feels grateful that someone else decided to do so. And finally, Mayim Bialik. Mayim Bialik states that she fully accepted the end of The Big Bang Theory. She chose to concentrate on what lies ahead for her, rather than dwell in sorrow. After the show ended, Bialik and Helberg collaborated on their first feature film, As They Made Us, which served as a sort of reminder to fans of how The Big Bang Theory overlooked its best couple, Amy and Howard. In addition, she appeared in voice appearances on Young Sheldon, returning to her role as Amy Farrah Fowler. She also acted in the Parsons-produced film Call Me Kat, showing that they are still on good terms. At least someone is. Geez. Now we all know the real feelings these cast members had towards the sudden ending of the show. The reactions of the actors were truly relatable, from Kaley's disappointment to Galecki's shock. That's all for today, folks. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.